team, Lumberton, North Carolina, and the home team, Mississippi. At this time, I would like to introduce Solano for the visiting team. As I call your name, please take your defensive positions. Number 1, Jordan Blackman. Number 9, Tyler Covington. Number 99, Anthony Wendell. Number 27, Jaden Graham. Number 32, Bryce Thompson. Number 2, Jeremiah Reyes. Number 7, Nick Hunt. Number 34, Josiah Britt. Number 14, Hayden Daniels. Number 35, Adam Baxley. Number 10, Julius Gould. Number 8, Peyton Stallings. The coaches, Jorge Reyes, Jeremy Britt, Tony Blackman, and Kayla Guyton.
Players, please take the defensive position on the field as your name is announced.
Now from Mississippi, number 6, Will Duckworth. Number 3, Braxton Baldwin. Number 4, Colt Walker. Number 00, Landry Teeter. Number 34, Garrison Carroll. Number 10, Nash Teeter. Number 27, Holder McAlpin. Number 2, Wynn Dunn. Number 9, Braylon Hall. Number 12, Truett Carter. Number 7, Sam Lewis. Number 8, Cooper Jensen. And the coaches, Todd Duckworth, Josh Teeter, Chris Dunn, and Neil Lewis. Our umpires for today are the plate umpire, Mr. Glenn Bottom, and our field umpire, Mr. Steve Conrad. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special announcement. Today, someone is celebrating their birthday today, Mr. Holden Alpin. Let's wish him a happy birthday today. Okay, Holder, if you will please go to the pitching mound to get your cake. Let's sing happy birthday to Holder today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Holder. Happy birthday to you.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series AA Consolation Round as we're getting ready for that. Our first game is going to be Lumberton in Mississippi. We'll get to that after the invocation and the national anthem. Stay tuned right here.
If you would bow with me. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day you give us to play baseball. Lord, we just thank you that we've had a safe tournament thus far and hope that it continues to be that way. Lord, we want to thank you for putting your healing hand upon Sean Murray, the coach from North Carolina, who had a heart attack yesterday during one of the games. Lord, we just hope that you continue to keep your healing hand upon him and get him back to doing what he loves, and that's coaching baseball. Lord, we just ask that today that we remember that this is the day that you have made, and that we do what we should do and things that will honor you. We pray that everything we do will glorify your name. We ask that you keep everybody safe. We ask this in Jesus' holy name. Amen.
Lumberton, please return to your dugout.
All right, looks like we're ready for our first of 6 games scheduled today. We'll start with the Consolation Series. This is for third place. The winner moves on to play for that third place game. And the loser also has a chance to play in the loser's bracket for a third place game as well. So we'll find out who does what. The 4 teams that are in the consolation bracket here in Coach Pitch. Of course, Lumberton and Mississippi here, and Florida and Georgia are on field 1. There's 4 fields going, along with 2 machine pitch fields playing right now. So this is the Consolation Series. The winners move on to play each other at 5:30. The losers also at 5:30. We'll have the losers game here for a third place finish. So if they want to get third place, they will have to try real hard and try to get onto the winner's side. Consolation winner would play at 5:30 on field number 1. Now, we've seen the Mississippi team, have not seen the Lumberton team, so this will be our first opportunity to check out the Lumberton team. As you've got the starting lineups, I'll go over those once again. Blackman, Covington, Windell, Graham, Thompson, Reyes, Hunt, Britt, Daniels, Baxley, Goolsby, and Stallings. Those are the Lumberton 12 ball players that will come to the plate. And we'll get to the offensive positions or offensive lineup for Mississippi when they come to the plate. Now, Lumberton will be in the maroon color with the gold lettering, and Mississippi will be in the off-red color with the gray lettering. My name's Chuck Sebastian for JockJive.com. Glad to have you along. Thanks for tuning in today. We're going to be here through this evening, probably till about 10, 11 o'clock tonight. So stick around. There's plenty of baseball coming up here on JockJive.com. And don't forget to, when you're on the website, make sure that you're tuning into the right game. Make sure you look at the top and see the 2 teams that are playing each other. This is Lumberton versus Mississippi, and we're just about set to go as Jordan Blackman steps to the plate. Then remember, they get 5 pitches to choose from. Didn't like the first one, so we'll continue on. A very warm start again here this afternoon, 84, with feels like temperatures into the 90s. As the left-hander Blackman slaps one into right field and starts things off with a single. So here is Tal Covington, the shortstop today for Lumberton. All these teams that are in the consolation round, of course, finished in third in their pool. And Covington swings and fouls off the first pitch. Now, Lumberton was in the other side of the bracket yesterday that we did not see. They were in pool 3. Fouls that one off. 2 strikes on him. You can strike out in the 5-pitch rule. So he's got to be careful here. He's got to make sure he hits the ball or fouls it off and continues to swing away. Just underway, game 1 of 6 scheduled. That one didn't care for that. After this, we'll get into the bracket play on the winner's side, so to speak. There's a line drive right into the glove of the second baseman. Flips back to first. Not in time for the double play. It'll be a line out. And a nice grab out there at second by Braxton Baldwin. They've got a very good infield, the Mississippi squad, so be prepared for the infield to make some plays. Now to the plate is Anthony Windell. He'll swing and miss that first pitch. Anthony batting from the right side. He will play second base as well today. And swing and miss, strike 2. Seen a couple of coaches have a hard time. They've struck out some of their own players. Yesterday we had a father-son combination. The coach struck out his own kid. Swung out a little grounder back to the mound. Picked up, turned, throw to second. Nicely done. Throw back to first, try to get the double play. He'll be safe on the fielder's choice. But a real nice move there for Cooper Jensen to turn around and go back to the shortstop, Duckworth.
Number 27, Jaden Graham.
So with 2 down, got a runner at first for another left-hander at the plate. And this is Graham, the left fielder, Jaden Graham. As we wait for the on-deck batter to come in, that's the catcher, Thompson, so he was getting gear off. This one's straight up. Turning around is Holder, who is celebrating a birthday today. And they brought him out a birthday cake or cupcakes before the start of today's game. So happy birthday to Holder McAlpin, the catcher, number 27. Trying to get that foul ball right there in front of the screen. Grounded through the hole into right field for a base hit. That'll move the runner to second. So Graham gets a single, and they continue with 2 outs at the plate. Here is Thompson, their catcher. And Bryce will come to the plate from the right side. In the on-deck circle will be Jeremiah Reyes. Takes pitch 1. We do have some cloud cover, and they do say there is a chance of rain coming in later this evening, depending on which forecast app you look at. That one's going to just drop right into right center field. They're going to throw to second. They threw it past the shortstop, though. The run will now score on the throw. So it's a single. Graham moves to second. Wendell comes home. And Lumberton takes the early lead, 1-0. So first and second, 2 down, 1-0 lead, and here is Reyes. Jeremiah Reyes, the first baseman. And Hunt comes to the on-deck circle. So a 1-0 lead early for Lumberton, North Carolina, the host of this year's World Series. And the first pitch is up and in. Back to the mound, grabbed there by the pitcher, and he'll go to third. Boy, he likes go there. Cooper Jensen, if he has a man on second, he's going to third. He's a right-hander, and it's an easier throw for him instead of spinning around. So the fielder's choice will go 1-5 in your book. The out will be recorded, and they do pick up 1 run in the top of the first. So 1 run for Lumberton. As we'll go to the bottom of the first inning, coming to the plate will be Mississippi. And this is what their lineup will look like. It'll be Will Duckworth batting first, batting second, Braxton Baldwin, batting third, Kurt Walker, batting fourth, Landry Teeter, batting fifth will be Garrison Carroll, batting sixth, Nash Teeter, batting seventh will be Holder McAlpin, batting 8th will be Wynn Dunn. Batting 9th will be Braylon Hall. And batting 10th will be Carter. Batting 11th will be Lewis. And batting 8th will be Cooper Jensen. Having a little trouble. The lineup card, when they pushed on it, didn't push hard enough. So some of the letters are not there for some of the names. So I was kind of trying to do it from memory there. So they'll get set up in the infield here for Lumberton, and for the 2 batters coming to the plate, Duckworth and Baldwin chatting in the on-deck circle. Well, as you know, the summer of Dixie baseball is underway between now and mid-August. We will be streaming all of this tournament, plus the Final Four for the Junior Dixie Boys Pre-Majors and Majors World Series. And then, of course, next week, the AAA Ozone and Majors World Series right here in Lumberton, and a whole lot more. So make sure you tune in, catch it all right here on JockJive.com, your home for Dixie Youth Baseball. So we'll get the bottom of the first inning started. Down 1-0 is Mississippi. They had a little trouble scoring yesterday in their first game. Didn't get a run until the second game. Had a really good, hard-fought try at a comeback yesterday in Game 2, but couldn't get it done. And they ended up 0-2. So we'll see what they can do here today. They're down 1-0 early. Beginning of the game, nothing to worry about. They did get the offense finally going yesterday. We'll see if it's still going as we get ready. As the coach is going to take a few warm-up tosses, I guess, to find the area of the plate that he wants to throw to. So here's Will Duckworth, the shortstop, getting ready to come to the plate. and get things started for the Mississippi squad. Didn't like the first offering, so let it go by. Swings at a low pitch, pops it up, and right there on the mound, standing there making the catch is Josiah Britz for out number 1. Pitch he probably shouldn't have taken a swing at. It was pretty low, and he popped it straight up in the air. From the left side, it is Braxton Baldwin. And Baldwin doesn't care for the first one, so he'll let it go by. A little bit of a breeze this time today coming from right field towards left. Speaking of right field, that ball hit deep into right field over the fielder's head. Turning around and taking off after that one is Blackman. That ball goes all the way to the fence, and it's a stand-up double for Baldwin. He gave it a ride, and Blackman was too close. Jordan had to turn around and get on his horse and go get that one. So runner at second with 1 down. Swung on the first pitch, popped, and just foul off the third base side down the left field line. Umpire moving out to make sure he could see that that ball did drop on the other side of the white chalk. Swung on again, popped up, foul, and it comes behind and into the fence. So 2-strike count now on Walker. See if Walker can get something going here. He's got a runner at second. Drives this one into left, right into the glove, though, of the left fielder. They'll throw to third on the tag, and down to third goes Baldwin. So he does move the runner up on the sac fly. And it's 2 out with a runner at third. Landry Teeter had a great game yesterday. Boy, this kid can hit the ball from the left side with a runner at third. Slices one into left, but right, and in and out of the glove of the left fielder. That'll score a run, and Teeter is on with an error. Charged it hard, maybe a little too hard, and when the ball hit the glove, it come flying back out. So the game is all tied up at 1 with a runner at first and 2 outs. Garrison Carroll will come to the plate. Yeah, Graham had that one, and then I think he came just a little too hard, and when it hit the glove, might have hit the heel piece and then popped right out. Didn't squeeze it tight enough. So the game's tied up at 1. Third baseman snags this one, picks it up, throws to second, but pulls his second baseman off the bag. Unfortunately, Hunt, not a very good throw there over at third. And that allows now 2 runners aboard for Mississippi. And it'll bring up the birthday boy himself, McAlpin. And Holder at the plate with 2 runners aboard from the left side. Slaps it towards third, grabbed again, turns. This time all he's got to do is touch the bag. But he took his time, but he did do it. And he gets the third out of the inning. But they do pick up the 1 run, and they have tied the ball game at 1 apiece. We've completed one here on JockJive.com. Inviting you to stick around. Coming up next, inning number 2. Stay tuned. We'll be back in about 20 seconds or so.
Ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to stop by the Action Photo tent located next to the concession stand to see pictures from your games.
Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget, coming up in our second game today at 2:30, we will have the North Carolina team and the Tennessee team doing battle again. And that is on the winner's side of bracket play. The winner would move on to the last game of the evening at 8:30 right here on Field 2 against either South Carolina or Arkansas. So 2:30 is scheduled. About every 90 minutes we have another game coming up today, depending on how they last and everything else that can happen, weather delays, injury delays, and things of that nature. Swung on, popped up, right side, into the glove of the first baseman goes Hunt for out number 1.
Now batting, number 34, Josiah Britt.
Josiah Britt now comes to the plate. One out for Britt. Swings at the first offering and fouls it off. Well, Josiah trying to get something going here for the Lumberton squad. The host city gets a team into the tournament, I believe, automatic bid because you're the host city. So I don't know how they decide that. They may decide it similar to what when I was a coach, they had a playoff of all the teams that are in Lumberton. Something like that, and then they take the team that wins that playoff. Swing, and that is going to be a strikeout, so Coach gets his first K, and unfortunately, not something he wants to get, that's for sure. So Josiah Britt goes down swinging. Here's Caden Daniels, the left center fielder now coming to the plate. Swings at the first one and to second base. Quick turns around, flips and throws, and a very nice play there from Baldwin. It's pretty solid over there at second base, that's for sure. So 3 up, 3 down, and nothing across the scoreboard there for Lumberton. We're going bottom of 2 when we come back right here on JockJive.com. Want to remind you of a couple of things. Don't forget, if you are enjoying the tournament, which I'm sure you are, and you want to have a personal copy of any of the games that are being broadcast, and you want to download one, they're $5 each. Now, all you have to do is email us at info, that's INFO, at JockJive.com. Tell us what games you want. Then we'll send you an electronic invoice to your email that allows you to pay by debit or credit card. And then the games, they'll be sent to you, and they'll be on the way. Again, that's info, INFO, at JockJive.com for a keepsake you'll want to have for a lifetime. So if you want to wait till the end and say, I need game, blah, 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 you can do it that way, or you can do it each time, doesn't matter. But make sure you tell us what game you want and division, okay? Make sure you say it's coach pitch or machine pitch and the two teams that are playing. The umpire a little bit behind here is now they're, I believe they might have been getting some water. It is, like I said, very warm. It's 84 temperature-wise, but feels like 90s even though that light breeze out there. Swung on, popped up. First pitch into left field, coming in with the basket catch and making it out there in left field is Graham McAlpin. Flies out to left for out number 1.
Now batting, number 9, Braylon Hall.
I'm sorry, that was not McAlpin, that was Dunn. McAlpin was last. And Hall gets his first hit of the ball game as he slaps a single through short. So it'll be 1 out and a runner at first.
Now batting, number 12, Truett Carter.
Here comes Carter to the plate. This is Hall. He'll get a single, so I did have it right. That was F7 McAlpin for out number 1. Then a single by Dunn and a single by Hall. And it's first and second. Another one swung on, slapped through, and knocked down by the second baseman, but can't pick it up. The load bases, no, they're going to send the runner. Dunn's going to come home and score on the ground ball single. So a little bit of a bobble out there at second base, which is very unusual. Mississippi picks up another run, and it is 2-1 with runners at first and second for Sam Lewis. Swung on and fouled off to the right side. So I did have it right. My apologies. It was McAlpin who flew out to left field for out number 1. And a single by Dunn, single by Hall, and then singled by Carter, and he gets the RBI. 2-1 game and 2 runners aboard with just 1 out for Mississippi. Trying to move in to get the Consolation Winners Trophy. Ooh, swing, missed it. In the on-deck circle is Cooper Jensen, the pitcher. Probably the smallest kid on the Mississippi squad, I'm going to guess. Little guy. Good little ball player. We've got a catcher's gear issue they're trying to fix for Thompson.
Hey, just like in the backyard, 7.
You can hear a pretty good crowd on hand for both sides. Folks all out here under pop-ups is up and down the right side and down the left side and even out into the outfield, trying to stay as cool as possible and watch the kids play. Great atmosphere here in Lumberton, North Carolina, and a great job so far put on here by the host city for the Dixie Youth Baseball AA World Series. Swung on, this one fouled to the left side.
Keep battling, 7. Keep battling, bud.
Lewis trying to make something happen here with 2 runners aboard, first and second. He's got 2 strikes on him, though. Pitch number 5 coming up right here, so he's going to take the swing. He's got to either connect or foul it off, one or the other. And he goes, connects, third base, going to tag the bag, turn, look. Doesn't have an opportunity to make another throw, so they get the fielder's choice force. Unassisted at third base. So first and second, and now 2 down.
Now batting number 8, Cooper Jensen.
And here is the pitcher, the little guy, Cooper Jensen. I like the way he plays the mound, though. This kid's got some pretty good reflexes. You consider he's standing behind a guy who's probably 6 foot or better, in his way, literally, even though they stand off to the side. But the coach has to move out of the way for a pitch comes back to the mound, and Cooper's been able to grab more than a few of them and slap them right over to third. He gets that one down inside the line. And they call it foul. I thought it was just inside the bag, but apparently not. Foul ball on Jensen. Boy, it sure did look pretty good. Foul tip. Anyway, I was saying that yesterday he made 2 or 3 plays when he was on the mound. Baseball, knowledge of knowing turn, go to third. He had a runner at second. Every single time he got that ball back to him. And he went right to third. Swings. Unfortunately, he's going to strike out for the third out the inning here. But they do pick up 1. It's an important run that gives them the lead now, 2-1. They've completed 2. We're going to the top of the third inning. We'll come back with more baseball right here on JockJive.com.
2 complete innings, Mississippi 2, North Carolina 1.
As we get set here to start the top of the third inning, it is a very tight ball game, 2-1 right now. And first time to the plate for Adam Baxley, the right center fielder.
Batting number 35, Adam Baxley.
Swings at the first one, ground ball, third base, picks it up, long throw to first, but in time, nicely done over there at third by Walker. Able to come in, scoop that, and get the out. Really nice play. It's tough on the grass infield. That's the one thing that these boys will find out later on as they get into the bigger leagues and stuff, man, there's nothing like playing on grass. And I still feel it's the best for anything baseball-wise, even football. I'm not a big fan of the turf, but I really, really wish they would have more grass fields for these boys as they move up into the bigger leagues. But the nice thing about it, for a while, they'll get to experience the grass before they get to the turf. Swung on, fouled off by Goolsby, his first time to the plate, Julius. It's a whole different ball game when you're playing on turf. The ball goes faster, skips harder. It's hard to slide because you got to learn not to overslide the bag because there's nothing to slow you down. Coach helps him get off the plate a little bit. He was hugging it a little tight. He fouls that one off, and now he's got 2 strikes on him. So it's a teaching game as well as a game that they're playing to try to win, and the coaches are doing the best of both and trying to help these kids learn the game of baseball, learn how to swing the bat, learn how to be productive at the plate, and learn how to play defense. A lot of teaching going on. It's a good little game to get into. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. Second one of the day, and unfortunately, it's tough for the coach because he knows he's got 5 pitches. He tries to put them all right in there for you, but they've got to learn. And, later on, they're going to strike out anyway, so learn now that you're not going to hit the ball every time you go up there. Here's Stallings. Swung on, ground ball, slow roller, and the catcher has to come out, makes the throw down to first in time. Nice play there by the catcher, McAlpin. He come out of that box and fired that ball down to first for the out. So 1, 2, 3 inning, very quick there for Lumberton, and we're going to the bottom of the third now. Score still 2-1 in favor of Mississippi, and they're coming to the plate next. They will come to the plate with the top of the order. It'll be Duckworth, Baldwin, and Walker. Just wanted to let you know, for those of you that are watching and enjoying the video feed today, make sure if you'd like to have us come work your event to give us a call or send us an email. We do all kinds of production work, from small events all the way up to the big, huge, large events, from T-ball to the Toyota Center, from youth sports to college sports, audio only to a full-scale production like ESPN. We do it all. To find out how we can cover your team or event, email info@jockjive.com. That's info at jockjive.com. Don't forget, folks, we do travel the entire U.S. continent. And I guess we'd go overseas, too, if the funding was available for you to supply for us. We'd go overseas. I know I would. I had some folks call me to talk about doing some baseball in Toronto, Canada a couple years ago. So I know that Robert has traveled from Washington to New York to Florida to California, so he's traveled the entire United States. I think I've done broadcasts in 15 different states over the last 5 years. So no matter where it's at, we'll come and do your events. Give us a call. All right, Duckworth, he popped up the first time. This time slaps it down the third base line, and it will go foul. Mississippi with a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the third inning, trying to hold on and play in that game tonight for that Consolation Winners Bracket Trophy. Grounded towards short, picked up, long throw. Duckworth's going to beat it out. He's got some pretty good wheels. Kind of a slow roller there towards short. Covington did everything he could, but unfortunately, Duckworth, with the extra wheel there, able to beat that one out, and he gets himself on with a base hit. Now Baldwin's coming to the plate. Last time a double, and scored the first run for the Mississippi squad. That's from the left side. Swung on, fouled off to the left side this time and off the fence. Walker in the on-deck circle. Swung on, popped up, that one out of play and over to the next diamond, so they'll have to watch over there. That one drilled, line shot into left center field. Gets by both fielders. That's going to the fence. Duckworth on his way to third, being waved home. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's going to be close. Underneath the tag. And Baldwin racing around the base passes. Gets himself a double +1. So nicely done. Baldwin with a big RBI there, and great base running by Duckworth. Slid underneath that tag as it was coming down the line, and then Baldwin all the way to third base. So another run has been scored for the Mississippi squad. They now lead it by 3. Grounded to third, throw over to first on a bouncer, pulls the first baseman off the bag. Another run's going to score. And now it is a 4-1 ball game on the air throw there. Now Landry Teeter will come to the plate. As Baldwin scored easily, he was going on the hit. And then the third baseman threw it off the bag and pulled his first baseman, and it was no play anyway for Walker. So 2 runs have scored here quickly. First 2 batters on for Mississippi. And Lumberton now finds himself in a bit of a hole, down 4-3. Or 4-1, I'm sorry. Third inning, 4-1. Landry slaps that one into left. Coming over the left fielder. Makes the catch on the line. Shot and hauls it in. Boy, I don't know how he held on to that one. It just about pulled him over. But a nice play there out in left field again. First out of inning. Garrison Carroll comes to the plate now with 1 down and a runner aboard. And Graham has made some pretty interesting catches out there in left field today. Thompson having a little trouble here handling the pitches coming in. He's been doing a lot of chasing back to the backstop. And that'll get tiresome real quick, especially in this heat. Especially with all that gear on. So a little tough for these guys because the pitcher's really not pitching to a glove or anything. Fouled off there, back to the screen. Pitcher's pitching to, which is the coach, pitching to his own team. And he's trying to set up a nice pitch for the hitter. And Carroll looking for that pitch. Trying to move the runner down at first. And ill will with that line shot into center field it goes. They're going to chase that one to the fence. Walker rounding third, being waved home. Down to second goes Carroll with the stand-up double, and Walker easily crosses the plate. 3 runners aboard off the get-go, and all 3 have scored. And Mississippi has found that offense again, and they are starting to make sure they are trying to put themselves in the evening game. 5-1 now, and this is Nash Teeter to the plate. And Carroll is out at second base. And here are the coaches from Lumberton trying to get their defense to move and get in front of that ball. And boy, a couple of big hits, a single, a double. That last one, another double. 3 runs have scored. That one sliced into left center field. That'll move the runner up. They'll throw to third. The runner at first sees that, now takes off, goes to second. Third baseman not paying attention there, and Teeter will take the bag on the throw to third. So now you got him at second and third. And McAlpin, the birthday boy, back to the plate. We'll see if he can do it here. Holder would surely like to smack one up there and get a couple of runners across. Playing on your birthday is great if you win. Absolutely fantastic. If you lose, it certainly isn't a very good birthday gift. Lines it into left center field. It's good enough to score 1, maybe 2. They'll wave in the second runner. Left center fielder holding the ball. Now he's going to throw it home. That is going to give McAlpin a chance to go down to second. And right now, Mississippi just tearing it up. Another base hit. McAlpin down at second. 2-run score. And now you got to start to worry about that run rule. It's a 7-1 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. You're up by 10 after 4, which means that Mississippi wouldn't have to bat if they can get a 10-run lead. Ground ball past the first baseman. It's 1st and 3rd. He's going to wave him. Now they're going to hold. Now going down to 2nd, though. Heads up running by Dunn. So it's 2nd and 3rd now. Still only 1 out here in the inning as Dunn gets himself a single, and they are just hitting the ball. Here's Hall. He had a single his first time up. Woo, man, line shot just about took the coach at 3rd out of the way. He says, no, I'm good. Woo, got a hold of that one just a little too much and yanked it hard down the 3rd base line. Braylon Hall, the right fielder, at the plate with 2 runners aboard and 1 out. Swings it, pops it up in the infield. Coming over is the pitcher, slides in. It's a fair ball. It dropped in fair, and the 3rd baseman couldn't get to it either, so neither one gets to it. It'll be a single, and bases are now loaded. And here's a big opportunity right now for Mississippi to take care of this game quick and early. Again, up by 6 right now. If you are up by 10 after 4, game is over. Mississippi, of course, the home team. So Lumberton needs to find a ground ball double play if they can. They need an out badly. Line shot, going to get through the hole into left center field. That's going to score a 1. They're going to wave the 2nd runner. The left center fielder now with the throw to the plate. Slides in safely as Thompson puts the tag down, and down at 2nd base is Carter after the single. Hall is over at 3rd. Dunn scores. McAlpin scores. Sam Lewis now to the plate. So now you got runners at 2nd and 3rd, and it's now a 9-1 ball game. Slapped at, trying to make the diving catch. No, he did not. Run scores. Here comes the 2nd runner. And that's 2 runs across the plate. Diving attempt made there out in left center field, or right in short center field. Be a base hit for Sam Lewis. 2 runs across the plate.
Batting number 8, Cooper Jensen.
Still only 1 out, and now they've got that 10-run lead. Which means now when Lumberton comes to the plate in the top of the 4th, they will have to score runs. Still yet pending here. Lewis, who started the inning, gets another opportunity. Pops it up, can't be caught by the first baseman. Taken off and running to 2nd. He went late, but he had to wait for the pop fly. And again, just a mental error in both of them. Lewis is going to be safe, and Jensen with a single. Okay, Duckworth started the inning. My bad. That was Jensen getting the single. So 1st and 2nd. Duckworth slapped it. Oh, tweener right through the shortstop's legs. Everybody going to move up a base. And it's going to be 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And the Mississippi squad is just ripping the baseball. 9 runs this inning already. And Lumberton can't find the 2nd out. Back to the plate for the 2nd time in the inning is Baldwin. And like I said, they've got an 11-1 lead with 1 out here in the 4th inning. The run rule could end even more so if they would score a few more. They could end it here in the bottom of the 3rd. If they're up by 15, the game would be over. Line shot over the 2nd baseman's head into right center field. Moves everybody up 1. Going to wave the 2nd runner. Here he comes. Here comes the throw to the plate. Can't handle it. Both runners will move up from 1st and 2nd. So Lewis scores. Jensen scores. Duckworth is down at 3rd. Baldwin is down at 2nd. Now 13-1. Swung on and fouled. That's Walker, who got on by an error the first time and scored a run here in this inning. Still only one out, 2 runners aboard, second and third. Popped up towards right field, coming in the right fielder on his knees will make the catch. There's the tag. Runner's going to leave third and go. The other runner's going to go down to third. So the sacrifice fly is the second out.
Batting number 00, Landry Teeter.
Now 14-1 with 2 down. And here is Landry Teeter back to the plate, who flew out to the left field the first time. Does the same way again. This time the left fielder there, and that'll be the third out. But they have got a lot of work to do, folks. That was a huge inning. 12 runs crossing the plate there for the Mississippi squad. They now lead at 14-1. It is the top of the fourth. And to get back in the game and to keep the game going, they are going to have to score 3 runs at least to play. So Lumberton with the opportunity here to try to show the reason that they came to play in this game this afternoon, and it definitely wasn't to get beat up this way. They have got to come up here now offensively and the top of the order and start to put runners on board. You can't get it all in one swing, so you got to get base runners and you got to move them around the bags. Again, if you're up by 10 after 4, game is over. And right now, Mississippi is up by 13. So we'll see if Lumberton can do something here. It'll be Blackman, Covington, and Windell coming to the plate here. First time up with a single for Blackman. Covington with a line out to second. Fielder's choice on Windell. Then a single by Graham. Thompson with a single. And the final out was Reyes. But they did pick up 1 run, but they're going to need more than 1. So we'll see what they can do here. Or this one is going to be done early. From the left side, Blackman, the right fielder, will come to the plate. We'll see what Jordan can do here. And the first pitch he doesn't care for. Again, our next game scheduled for a 2:30 start. Oh, right in front of us. Thank you. I mean, literally, thank you for the fence. And field 4 today is having some serious problems over there. The sprinklers came on accidentally. Then they think a water pipe broke. So they're still in a delay over there on field 4. They haven't even gotten that game underway. That's in the machine pitch. So tough one over there. I'm surprised they haven't moved it all over to field 5. They do have one more open field available. I don't know if it's, I believe it might not be set up for the size for this kind of play, though. Blackman with a grounder to second. The scoop there to throw to first in time. And the very sure-handed Braxton Baldwin with another play. 1 out, 2 outs left for the Lumberton squad. Otherwise, they will go down into the losers bracket and play in the 3rd place game. Winner of this one moves on to try to get the Consolation Winners Trophy. Popped up again, second base. Again, it's Baldwin underneath, and that's 2 down. Covington flies out, and it's all up to the second baseman, Windell. He's the one that scored the only run today for this Lumberton squad. Got on by a fielder's choice his first time up. So we'll see if Anthony can keep things going here for the Lumberton squad. Swings at the first offering, missed it. A little bit over his head there, and swung at a high pitch. It's not the pitch you want him to chase. And he swings and misses at that one, too. He's right there, but he did a little bit behind, and Coach knows he definitely doesn't want to throw a strikeout pitch here, that's for sure. He's got 2 strikes, though, and he's got to make the contact. It's the name of the game. And he does. It's a ground ball to the mound. Bobbled, and he's going to be safe. It's the first time I've seen Cooper Jensen have a little trouble on the hill there. Coach looked like he was going to charge that ball. That's the hard part. They're trying to get out of the way so the young man on the mound can make a play. And here's Graham now. Jaden Graham to the plate with a runner aboard and 2 down. Sliced it into left field. Oh, and over the left fielder's glove, rounding second and headed for third is Weindel. Now he's going to head for a home as the throw comes in. And Graham's going to go down to third. And are they going to send him? No, they're going to hold him up. So he gets a single out of that, and then the extra couple of bases on the throwing it around. But Weindel scores. That was a big run they needed. Now they need a couple of more. 14-2 with just 2 outs in the inning, and the catcher Thompson having his gear removed as he goes to the plate. So a 12-run lead right now. Again, if you're up by 10, it's over. Thompson will come to the plate. He had a single his first time up today. So here's Lumberton, not out of it yet. Got to have a little faith in yourself. Fine folks here at the Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament here hosting on Pennington Fields. Our crew's been great. They've been bringing us cold waters throughout the tournament or Gatorades. And trust me, it's definitely needed. I don't think I've ever drank so much water, but it's working. Like I said, the cloud cover has kept the sun off the field for the moment. Swung on, pop fly towards left center field, backing up. Did he make the catch? He does, and he falls down, but he still made the catch. That'll be the ball game. So falling down on left center field is Nash Teeter. That'll be the 3rd out, folks, and that will be it. It'll be a run rule, 14-2, and Mississippi is going to move on and win this. So that's a final, 14-2. And they win it on a 10-run rule. So congratulations to Mississippi. They will move on. And Lumberton also moves on. They move down into the loser's side of the consolation bracket. And Mississippi moves on. They'll play at 5:30 tonight against the winner of Florida and Georgia. And Lumberton, the loser here, will be playing the loser of Georgia, Florida, also at 5:30 right here. So we'll see the Lumberton squad one more time, and Mississippi will move over to Field 1 and play either Florida or Georgia. So we get a bit of a break here, and before the next teams come out, again, your final here is a score of 14-2. Congratulations to Mississippi. They move on. We'll be back at 2:30 with our next game right here on JockJive.com.